Alright guys, here's another quick one. Ladies and gents, for the future people who may watch this video, I'm just going to demonstrate a quick washing of my rope. What I have here is my Davey version of the Ecstatic, the Teufelberger Ecstatic. 300 feet with one spliced eye. It's a Kernmantel rope. I have the Teufelberger Scrubba, or you can just use water. It says not to exceed 30 degrees Celsius, which is 86 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to put it at roughly, so we can do, we'll just do 80 on this. I keep my thermometer, so I like to be accurate. I've already rinsed out the bathtub with some Dawn dish soap, and just to get all the other things like shampoos, conditioners, all the harsh materials out of there. Obviously you do a really good rinse job so that the soap is also out of there at the best of your ability. Now we're going to get this measured up to about 80 degrees. So that should be good. I've also got my little hand glove here, my wash glove, and my measuring cup. So we're going to do, it's 75 milliliters to every 30 gallons. There's definitely not going to be 30 gallons in here. So I usually do about 5 to 10 milliliters. Go ahead and move the rope into the water. What I'll do is just cover the rope with water. That's my measuring point for how much I have in here. There we go, here's the end. And get that all mixed in. Get the rope nice and soaked. Keep track of your end. Oh, where'd it go? Alright. Let's see, let me find the end. Oh, where did I drop it? We're looking for a tag. Where'd she go? There it is. Alright. Now I'm going to measure out. Got 15, so we'll do 3 of these. 15, 30, 45. 1, 2, 3. On the bottle it specifies not to get this in your eyes, so be careful. Wear safety glasses if you must. Now we will soap in, keep track of the end. Mix the soap in. Here's where my little glove comes in handy. Nice and wet. And you're going to rub the length of this rope through your hands as a means to scrub off any dirt and get it in the water. A good idea is to, let's see, push all the rope down to one side. And then do your scrubs to the other side. So I've gotten it rubbed through. 2 to 5 minutes later, rubbed through. I'm at the spliced eye, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my finger in there and just try to get off any of that gunk, because it's just as much dirt as it is friction damage. Not a whole lot of friction damage though. Looks good. So we rub it, try to get it nice and clean. You can see how dirty that water got. It was almost dirty before I cut out on the video earlier. So now, one more time, I'm going to switch hands. Now I'm going to run my hands, right through my hands the other way, in the water, through the glove, just pulling it so that I touch every inch of this rope. It's hot, it's wrapping doing this. Also, it's kind of an opportunity with the water so dark you can't really see the rope, but with hand you can kind of feel. On previous ropes as washing, I can definitely feel the nicks. Any memory that was built, you can feel the milking. It feels like the core is very soft. So it's a good time to inspect the whole rope. And you can do a better inspection. Alright, let me slide this down here. And we're going to drain the water and do it all over again. I'll get back to y'all in a second. Alright, tub's drained. Now what we're going to do is give it everything a good rinse. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to turn the shower on. I had to get all this nasty crap. All this, can't really see it, I guess. There's a bunch of gunk from the rope left over. So, I've got the water hitting the rope, draining everything off. Just a quick moment so we can rinse out the tub, and then we'll fill the tub back up. Quick note, see all that in there? All that sawdust and stuff. Our rope bags are not just for storage. I went to a competition in Tennessee and the man laced me up that the rope bags aren't just for storage, they are also to keep our ropes clean. So if we're up on a tree, before we climb into the tree, close your bag, put the lid back on it, put the top back on it. Protect at least the rope that's not out, that you're not using. So, make another track. I think we're good there. Fill the tub one more time. Keep track of that tail. And I'll be right back again. Alright, so we've almost got it filled, and as you can see, the water's starting to get a little foggy again. So we're definitely going to need another rinse, but I think we'll be good after this one. Probably good. Water covered. And now that she's filled, we're gonna let her sit. Just try to make sure that the rope stays under the water. This side of the rope is obviously still more dirty. It has more dirt on it. This side isn't as foggy. But we'll let her soak. We'll give her 10-20 minutes and then we'll come rinse her out again. So I'll see you in a little bit. It's freaking beautiful out here. Alright, so I've rinsed and repeated at least twice now. I've let the rope sit to allow any excess water to fall off. Obviously it's not all going to fall off. Once I hang it up, it will drip. I'm going to put a bucket under it so my garage floor is not all wet. So my next step is to take the two ends and I'm going to go into this laundry basket that I have until I reach the middle of the rope. Because now we are going to daisy chain the rope. Yes, daisy chain 300 feet of rope. That's crazy. So it's more like 150. Now, if I haven't mentioned it yet, a good reason to wash a rope is one, when you have dirt and muck in the fibers, it wears the rope faster. If you were running at MRS, it's got a bunch of dirt all over it, it's going to fray faster. Also, minerals in the dirt, different minerals in the trees make the ropes more conductive to electricity. So a clean rope is a safe rope. Now we're almost there. And now we're going to daisy chain the whole rope. Tight chains, loose chains, whichever you like. Just know that tied up chains will not dry as fast. And what I found is that rope dries faster in the cold. Same with my chainsaw pants. It all dries faster in the cold. And I'm assuming that's because there's less humidity in the air when it's colder. And you don't have to daisy chain it. You can definitely, if you have some sort of rack, and you can just drape it over it. I know a guy who uses a coat hanger, just runs it over each rung. But I don't have either one of those, so what I do have in my garage is what I presume to be an old engine hoist. A huge beam going across the top of the garage with a hole in it. So I've stuck an old lanyard, done a cow hitch with it to make it an anchor point, and that's where I will hang this rope. See, you can find things like this. It's not terrible. You can still run the rope. here. Transport it to the garage. And so here's my hoist point that I've made my little hitch, and I'll hang it from here. Take the end that I started with. Might even pick a few that are down the way. You could do this. And go like this. There. One side there. There, and my rope is hung. So it'll take 2 to 3 days for that to dry. Luckily I have another rope that I can use at work. And she's somewhat clean. Cleaner than she was. But that's that. That's how you clean your ropes. It's always good to clean your ropes. Like I said, a clean rope is a safe rope. Hope y'all enjoyed, and y'all be safe.